Hello and welcome to a quick Bob's vlog. I'm not on the island, but I'm in Odesa in southwestern Ukraine. I'm visiting here in my role as co-chairman of the all-party group on Ukraine. And there's a lot going on in Odesa because there's a lot going on in the war in Kiev, and I'm here to find out more about it because it's one of the most important events of our era. I'm at a humanitarian centre run by a wonderful Odesan MP called Alexei Goncharenko, who's a friend of mine, and I'm going to show you around really quickly. But firstly, it might get a bit noisier, so I'm going to try to speak up. All these Christmas presents and all these presents that you can see here, and thank you Sabina for holding that, they are all coming from London, so they're all presents from people in Britain, and they've come down for kids and adults for here in Odesa. The first thing you notice when you're in the city, it's blacked out. Apart from a few buildings like this, there is no electricity because either the electricity's been turned off or much more likely the substations have been bombed. And the last time that Odesa was bombed was about a week ago. The outskirts and the electricity substations were destroyed. So in this humanitarian centre, we've got the presents being stored here. If you follow me through, you've got ladies here who are learning English. Some of them are pensioners. We've got kids upstairs who are having lessons and learning English as well, and actually just doing their lessons because it's very difficult to have online lessons when your electricity is down because the Russians are blowing it up. What else? Down here, people are making candles for the trenches. So we've just made one. So these are candles made out of cardboard, drenched in paraffin, and then are given to the troops. So they've actually got something light at night in the trenches, because as we know, this is a very World War I style artillery and trench warfare. One of the most interesting things over there, you've got a first aid lesson, but for me one of the most fascinating elements of this is here, all these nets. These nets are all camouflage nets, and because it's winter and it's snow, all the camouflage nets are now, new ones are in white, so that they can be used for tanks and to cover armoured personnel carriers, but also to cover the tops of trenches to make them so that you can hide them from drones, from Russian drones. So, and you can see all the way down here, all these frames where all the camouflage is being made. Sabina, let's go through here. And so the women, thank you so much, you're holding that camera so well, thank you. So the women about 8 women spend about half a day, for one that covers a tank, they spend about half a day here. And when they're not doing that, we have a first aid lesson there because, as we know, Odesa is still being bombed recently. And we have a great guy at the end there who is in British military kit. This is the leftovers, and I know that military kit because it's the kit that I wore when I was in Iraq, the underbody armour and the trousers, etc. So anyway, this is me in the humanitarian centre in Odesa. That's all for the moment. I'm here for the next couple of days, so I'll be doing some more posts and just showing you what life is like for people here in Odesa and elsewhere in southern and southwest Ukraine. Thank you so much indeed, and I'll speak to you soon.